A very good morning to you. It's definitely a beautiful Tuesday morning, a Y254 family. Asante sana for sticking with us. We do appreciate your company as always. Welcome to another edition of Hello Day. My name is Shiko Kaitani. That SMS number is 22162. Please begin your text message with YM254 if you wish to interact with us today. I want to say a big shout out to Lorna, who is tuned in, saying that she absolutely loves the Pussycat Dolls, and we're glad that you enjoyed our music mix earlier on, and do keep it tuned. Of course, this being a Tuesday, we discuss all matters related to entrepreneurship and career talk. And besides discussing the basics, we are really passionate about giving you the tips and the tools that you need to get moving towards your goals. And so today we talk about how to overcome obstacles, and we ask the question, how exactly do we achieve success despite diversity? Well, Kenyan but based in Dubai is author and inspirational speaker Fauza Beltz in studio with me, who is in Kenya to promote her new book, Rising from the Dust, A Journey to Self-Discovery. And of course, she's also here to motivate people to get on their path to success. So this is the book, and we've got to say karibu sana, Fauza.
Thank you, Asante.
By the way, I just found out before we got on set, when you were Mombasa, Mombasani.
Mimi mtu wa Mombasa.
Mtu wa pwani. Karibu bara.
Asante, watu wa Nairobi.
All right. So you've come a long way, Mombasa to Dubai. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your background, Fauza, and then now we can, get talking about success?
A little bit about my background.
Yeah.
My humble beginning. I was born in a small village.
Yes.
In Kwale, in Tiribe. It's now Kwale County. And I had a normal childhood, like any other child. And I went to a very easy, simple school. Yeah. Walking for an hour and a half to get to school.
Wow.
Yes, because there was no school in the neighborhood those days. Yeah. And
And how did you end up in Dubai?
How did I end up in Dubai? I moved to Dubai in 2010.
Yeah.
When my husband got his job. That's when we packed and left.
Okay.
For Dubai, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm very interested in finding out how a lady, a girl like you, from a small place in Kwale, ends up being an inspirational coach and an author based in Dubai. And so maybe you can tell us what really is success in your opinion as we start, because in my opinion, it's relative.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think for me, success, it's how you would like to define it. And for me personally, success is about what you want to achieve. Those realistic goals that we can put in place, and we work towards those goals in achieving them. And it's also about significant what you actually do for other people. Yeah. Because sometimes we only focus on about me. It's all about myself, but it's about, the people around us as well. What impact are you creating? And for me, another thing about success is your purpose. Yeah. What's your purpose? What do you want people to remember you for? Yeah. In this life. And for me, that's success.
Okay. So in your opinion, what do you think are those mind blocks that human beings just generally tend to have that stop us from reaching our full potential, in your opinion?
Fear.
No, okay.
Yes, I think fear is the most thing that cripples a lot of people. Yeah. And as I was getting ready for this, I was reading somewhere an article, and it says fear, it's basically false evidence appearing real. Yeah. So most of the time, even we're humans, of course, we have something that we want to do, we have a goal that we want to achieve. But instead of focusing on how we can get there, we are unconsciously focusing on the things that we cannot have, and the things that we may face during this journey. So for me, fear. If we let fear out of our mind, we're gonna move on. because then we are thinking in a positive way, and then we're getting there.
Okay. So there's this belief that, by the way, successful people are actually born with this special extra gift. It's not something that you can actually acquire. What's your take on that? And that's why I keep bringing up the whole your past and your present, because how is it that you were able to get there and yet you were not born into the money, you were not born successful? Tell us about that school of thought where people think that by the way you have to be born with it.
I think it's all wrong. For me, success is, you can get it.
Yeah.
You know, if you ask any person in this country who they have achieved something, they all started from somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's all about our mindset. And if you want to achieve something, we can learn how we can do it. We can train how we can do it.
Yes.
And having deliberate consciousness, working towards whatever it is. And I say to people, I was not born a writer, but I've learned how to write. So other examples, Serena Williams, you know, she plays tennis, and they practice literally every day. All the soccer, look to our rugby team, you know. So for me, it's about, you don't need to be born in there. But if you have the positive mindset and the energy, and of course the people around us also have a lot of impact for us getting there, especially for the youth. You can get anywhere. And above all, I mean, all these talents come from God.
Okay. All right. So just as an FYI, by the way, we are going to be handing out 3 copies of this particular book, aren't we, Fauza?
Yes, we
Yay! Fantastic. And remember, the title of this book is Rising from the Dust, a journey to self-discovery, isn't it? Or rather, it actually says a woman's journey to self-discovery. And Fauza, just so that they can actually get texting, I want you to pose that question, because it's not going to come from me. It's a gift from you. It's a gift from you. Okay, I can see my director is trying to take a shot of that. Okay, let me make it easier. Can you see that? Okay. So if you are, you know, actually looking for something to inspire you, if you're looking for material information that can help you get on your journey to success, well, we want to ask you to actually start participating and texting to 22162. So Fauza, what would you like them to share in order to stand a chance to win this book?
Right. Okay. So if you are watching and you would like to get your hands on this book, you can please send us, what situation are you going on at this moment? What dust are you in at this particular hour? So if you can tell us a little bit about what you're going through, you're gonna get your hands on this book.
Okay, all right, I like that. So share your challenges, you know, with Fauza and I, that keeps you feeling like you're in the dust. I like that, because it's so related to the title, that keeps you in the dust, and you sort of feel that, you know, it's holding you down and it stops you from rising. Okay, so, you know, try and make it as brief as you can and send it in one text. 22162 is that SMS number. Please begin the text message with YM254, and we'll be sure to sample some of your text messages towards the end of this live broadcast, or even tomorrow on Y in the Morning. But Fauza, I like you mentioned something called positive thinking. What's the power of having a positive mind in regards to your destiny, the success that you're hoping to have? Why is it so important?
Well, we all know thoughts becomes things, right? And if you think positive thoughts, you will attract positivity in your life, positive people, positive opportunities. So whatever we put in our subconscious mind, that's what we will attract. Or else, if we turn the ball on the other side and we keep on, you know, feeding our mind with junk, that's what we're gonna attract. You know, if there is an accident, let's say, and then you're like, oh, maybe if I bought the matatu this morning, maybe there could be an accident. You know, you are not even in that situation, but you're already thinking about it. You will attract that. But if you think positively, you will jump in your car and you will go wherever you are going.
I like this.
The power of the mind.
Yeah, the power of the mind. I like, and I'm telling you, I keep mentioning TD Jakes. I don't know if you know about him.
Yes,
but
I love
popular.
TD Jakes.
Yes, he's just fantastic. I love him. But anyway, he always talks about how, by the way, sometimes sometimes all the time, you've got to actually believe that in your spirit.
Absolutely.
That even that positive thinking is not you walking around saying, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. Okay, today is going to be a good, like you genuinely have to have it in your spirit that I'm going to be successful.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make it. I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Because if you think you cannot, the universe will give you all those excuses, tragedies, everything just to fulfill your thoughts. But if you believe I can, you are feeding your mind with positive thinking, and God will make it happen.
Okay. And speaking about that, because I really want us to talk about daily habits that people can actually, incorporate to just get them onto that path that we're talking about. But before we get to that, let me just take you a little bit back, and you tell me about this defining moment in your life. When you think about where you've come from Kwale. Okay.
Yes, walking without shoes.
Walking without shoes. And look at her. By the way, you actually, when I saw you the first time, I actually thought you were a model, by the way, because you've got that whole model thing going on with the short hair and the very, petite body, the frame. So what? Yeah. What was that defining moment for you? What would you describe it as when you said, whoa, this is when I woke up?
It's about having deliberate intention about versus who you are and what you want to be. So when we figure it out and then we work upon that, we can be who God has created us to be.
Is that what happened for you?
Yes. It's a long process. Well, I always say to people, I didn't just wake up to be where I am. People see my glory, but they don't know where I come from.
Hey! But they don't know your story.
They don't know my story.
They know your glory, but they don't know your story.
Yeah, that's what they need, rising from the dust, right? And of course, the people around us, the books that we read, and also our spiritual, our spiritual belief. Because I believe God has created us for a purpose, for His purpose. So if we sit around, wanting or waiting for people to fix us, we are wasting our time.
I like that.
We are wasting our time because at the end of the day, we are solely responsible for everything that we want to be and to achieve for ourselves. It can our career, our families, whatever it is, we are fully responsible. And for me, it's the books I read, the people that I surround myself with. If you go with the wrong people, they always say, show me your friends and I can tell you what kind of a person you are, right?
Amen.
Exactly.
I like that.
So it sums up to all this. The books you read, the people you surround yourself with, and having that intention, living a life with an intention. Don't just sit and wait for life to happen to you, because that's not what God wants us to be.
Go out there and make it happen.
Get out, because if you don't get out, people won't know what you want. But if you go out and you ask, you will receive.
I just want to expound a little bit on what you've just said about, what we feed ourselves and the kind of people that we surround ourselves with. Of course, as young people, by the way, we tend to just be like, whatever, my pals are my pals, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And a lot of times, I've even seen this from a lot of success coaches who come. They say, by the way, young people don't tend to feed themselves with positive or, just helpful information. And I want you to actually speak a little bit about that, because we're in our digital age, we're just always on our phones. I mean, do you feel that young people don't spend enough time feeding their mind the right way?
I believe so, because, well, there is so much power with the internet.
Right.
But most of the time, I feel like the youngsters spend a lot of time online, waiting to see what someone has posted and then maybe say something very meaningful, instead of looking actually, what can I learn from this? So sometimes I think we spend a lot of time on our gadgets instead of reading a book that can actually inspire us,
That's true,
or listening to a motivational talk, something that can feed our mind, that can actually make us grow. And if we always, waste time on things which don't actually build us, how are we going to grow?
It's true. I mean, and this is a very good question. How is keeping up with the Kardashians actually going to help you grow?
Thank you. Amen.
Because by then, let me tell you, Kimi, Chloe, all of them, they have their money.
Absolutely.
They're doing their thing.
And the reason why they're making it is because we tune in to watch.
Exactly. So you're giving them the views and making them more money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Chloe's at the gym,
yes,
reading books,
yes,
and all that. But then you forget.
You are there,
yeah,
because you're so busy. You want to know everything, what's happening.
Yes.
Instead of, I mean, it's all about balancing.
Balance. Yeah. I mean, nobody says you can't.
Yes,
watch,
exactly.
But, yeah.
You can do all these things, but then, you know, give yourself time.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 from this time, and then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. Because if you only focus on one thing, you know, I don't know. I think life is so beautiful, and there is so much that we can do and achieve.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all about us also. Maybe you can even, if you don't have anything to help someone else, you know, go to the elderly people, you know, do something. Instead of just, you know, wasting a lot of time on things that don't even develop you or doesn't even build you as a person. And I think there is so much to life than these things.
Okay, I like that. It's about striking a balance in everything that you do. Okay, I'm going to ask my director, Mr. Ram, to let me know if we've got any text messages or feedback coming through our social media platforms, or 22162. Send them to me. Come, baby, come. Send them to me. Send them to me. But in the meantime, let's talk about this, Fauza, about daily habits, because they say when you change your habits every day, or something about yourself every day that you feel needs work on, suddenly it becomes part of who you are. And
absolutely,
then, you know, you're already on that path. So what would you recommend in terms of habits?
Well, it's about having those intentional goals.
Okay.
You know, and for me, I have a busy life too, you know, because I have also a child to take care of. So I would say my 5, right? It's, you need to exercise at least. You know, it can be anything, right? Of course, feed your spiritual, because if you feel empty from within, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
So we need to feel that. Reading, networking, who are you associating yourself with? Okay. And if we sum up all this, that's how we can grow towards the goals that we want to achieve. So, yeah. Okay.
So that's 2. You have 2 habits that we need to incorporate: exercise and reading.
Reading, networking. The people you associate yourself with. Feed your spiritual, being. Yeah. And what's the other one? Exercise. Yes. Did I say exercise? Yes. So yeah, because we need to take care of ourselves, and sometimes I think we think if we take care of ourselves, we are being selfish. No, self-care is self-love. That's how I look at it. If I cannot take care of myself, how can I be a mother to be able to take care of my son? You know, and as I say, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So we need to have habits that we can actually incorporate in our day-to-day life, that it can actually become a part of our life, in our daily, you know, our daily routine. I mean, life is busy, Shiko, but we cannot just make excuses every day. Oh, I can't do this, I can't. No, there is time.
There's always time.
Yes, it's all about balancing, like we said.
And management, time management.
Priority.
Yeah, priority.
That's the most important.
Okay. All right, so there's something that a lot of success coaches, inspirational speakers like to talk about, and that's something we call vision boards. Yes. Do you believe in vision boards?
I have several of them.
You have several vision boards. Okay, maybe you can explain what a vision board is for those who are like, what? What's
they don't understand. Well, so a vision board, it can be anything. It can be from a paper, it can be on your Word document, it can be on your PowerPoint, it can be anywhere. Okay. It doesn't need to be something. Well, I have mine in the wall in my house, so that when I go up, when I come in, I see it, so that I can have all those reminders. And it goes back to our goals. Yes. And having those realistic goals. So what do you want to achieve in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year? So you put all those things, you pin them on the board, and then you work towards that. I believe it's so important because when we have it, we focus.
Yes.
Instead of getting our attention diverted in all sorts of things that they come along the way. But if we have a vision board, we will look at it and we will focus and work towards our goal.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
So how does one go about creating a vision board? Because I would also understand where the confusion comes in, because you're just thinking, okay, fine, maybe I have a manila paper, that's the simplest way to look at it, and I stick it up on my wall, but then I'm like, okay, so what do I write?
Quotes.
Quotes, okay,
yes.
I like that.
Again, everyone has a goal.
Yes.
So like, let's say you want to write a book, right?
Yes.
Now, okay, so you need to put down the quotes that inspires you. For instance, right? What do we need to write a book? Okay, I need to know where I can get my graphic designers. I need to know where I can get the typesetters.
Okay.
I need to know where I can do my editing. So we put all those things, and then we break them down. When and what time and how much do I need for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we stick them there. And then, okay, so I've done my book cover, check. I have done my typesetting, check.
Yes.
When am I going to upload the book on Amazon? Check. So once we break that, we will work with time and everything will fall in one.
Wow, I like the fact that what you're mentioning is so specific. Like, you've got to be specific. You can't just say, I'm going to write a book and then leave it.
No, because everyone has a lot of goals. Like, I'm an interior designer as well. But I cannot mix that vision board with the book board.
Okay.
Or with my speaking board. So you need to define, and what are you working upon at that particular time and day of, at that moment.
The realistic goals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you put those things that they matter at that moment. Because sometimes I think we mix our goals with our passion. It can be.
Okay.
Goals are different. Passion are those just things that when I do them, they make me feel good.
Okay.
It's like I can play tennis, but it's not like I'm a tennis player.
Okay.
That's, you know?
Yeah.
Hobbies. So we need to separate all those things and define for yourself what is it that you want to achieve in a certain duration of time.
Yes.
And then work towards that.
Okay. All right. Let me just throw 2 or 3 questions your way that have been sent to me via 22162. Fauza, we've got one here from Jerry who says, I am young and at least still in high school. That's what she says. Can someone as young as myself actually have a vision?
Yes. She's in primary school,
no,
right?
she's in high school.
She's in high school.
17, yeah.
Right, okay. She can't have a vision board. She has exams to do, right?
Yeah.
She has to study. So she can define for herself, what do I want to get when I leave my high school?
Yeah.
Put all those things in place.
Yeah.
And then work, study towards that. She can have anyone can have a vision board.
Yeah.
It just, what are you doing at that time? What am I doing?
Even at being 17, it's like, it's very confusing because she doesn't really know what she wants to do. I'm gathering from this message.
Yeah, but she's in school. And sometimes even in school, we can get, different, we can be, our minds can be redirected on different ways. But if she sets the goals that I want to attain, let's say a B.
Yes.
Okay, I want to get a B, right?
Yeah.
What do I need to do for me to be able to get that B?
Yes,
So when you define that, you put all those things in place and then study to getting that B.
Okay, I like that. That's already a vision. And it's a realistic one.
A vision board is not complicated. I think we shouldn't complicate it.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, we've got a text message here from Eunice in Embu. Wow.
Hi, Eunice.
Eunice says that she's so inspired. She says, I like your inspirational words. Kindly let us know how we can contact you directly.
Okay, I'll give the number to Shiko and then she can post it.
But Sioko social media.
I'm also on social media.
Tell them how to find you on social media.
Just FauzaBeltz.com.
Yes.
And you can get me there. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought she needed a number or something. That's
no.
why.
I think okay. If you do have your social media platform, so you're on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. Okay. Fauza Beltz.
Fauza being FAUZA.
Like the book, like the title of the book.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Fauza
then
Beltz.
BELTZ. Beltz.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and what else? LinkedIn. I'm everywhere. So you just put Fauza Beltz, she will come everywhere.
Okay. All right. Great. We've got a text message here also, Fauza, from Kama, who talks about having a real situation with money. And he says, as a young person, how can I get my finances in check in order to be successful? That's a very good area to discuss.
Our finances.
Yeah.
So what is she doing at this moment?
We
don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what Kamau is doing at this moment. Yeah.
Okay. Our finances. I can just give an example for myself, right? When I started, I had no money.
Right.
But I had to start to work very early so that I can have my money and take care of Fauza.
Yes.
So, well, some people, they can be lucky. They can get all those things from the parents or the guardians. While some people, they have to work and get their pocket money. That's how at least I did it.
Yeah.
And I think it should be the same. Because we cannot always wait for other people to give us.
Yes.
You know, we have a life to live. And we have to take those little baby steps. Also, I think, to be responsible for our own.
I like that. And even with your finances, you can probably more or less create a vision board for your finances, can't you?
Yes, you can.
Because you can decide, okay, every month I'm going to do
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you're earning 5,000, right?
Yeah.
5,000 per month. Okay. Put down what are the main important things in your life. Of course, maybe it's your food, rent, bus fare. What else? If you don't have kids, then that's good. So deal with the main important things first before you go buy a pair of shoes just because you saw your friend bought a new pair of shoes.
Yeah. I
right?
Like it. Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you do that, you will have less stress because you know this is what I can afford and this is what I can do.
Okay. Okay. I like that. So create a vision board even in your finances
yes.
and figure out what you want to save, what you want to spend your money on.
Yeah, because otherwise it goes like this.
Okay. All right, Fauza, I know we're running out of time, but I'm going to ask you this last question. If someone's actually going to look out for this book, what should they expect to find in this particular book?
You are on this earth because God has created you for a purpose, for His purpose.
Yes.
Like I said, if we sit around blaming what has happened to us, the situations, the hurdles of life that we are going through, it's not going to take us anywhere. So in this book, it's very personal, and I'm sharing my own personal journeys on how I have managed to be where I am. Right? And you can be inspired. You can get guidance on how you can move from where you are to where you want to be.
Right.
Okay? But also not to lose your own power.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, Shiko, when we are in situation, you know, we lose it. I understand because we are only focusing on the situations around us at that moment.
Yeah.
But then if we look at it on the other spectrum, there is always a lesson to learn in everything that we encounter in this life.
All right.
So the question that we should ask ourselves, I'm in this situation, but what is it that God wants me to learn from this?
Right.
1, 2, how can I work towards getting past this so that I can be on the other side and look back with wisdom and a lot of knowledge and courage. Don't let fear ruin you. Fear does not come from God.
Yeah, I like it. Wow, thank you so much. Such wise words. Well, you definitely have it for yourself. Something to look forward to if you actually check out this book, which is Rising from the Dust, A Woman's Journey to Self-Discovery. Remember, we do have 3 copies that we're giving out courtesy of Fauza Beltz. And we've been asking you to simply share your challenges with us through that SMS number 22162. What is that one thing that you feel is actually keeping you in the dust and keeping you from rising from the dust? Okay?
We all want to rise,
We
right? right?
want to rise.
So let's rise together.
Let's rise together. And so keep it short, keep it sweet, short and sweet, our VP, okay? And we'll be sure to announce our winners, of course, during our live broadcast tomorrow on Hello Day, or at least on Y in the Morning with the rest of my co-hosts, Kalami Val, Mr. Barry Moses, and the lovely Hilda Wadidi. That being said, can I say Asante Sana?
Asante.
When do you head back to Dubai?
On Friday.
On Friday, we're gonna miss you.
I'll come back.
Okay, all right. Please let us know.
I will.
Okay, have a safe trip. Thank you so much. Fauza Beltz, ladies and gentlemen, author and inspirational speaker with us today. We sure hope that you enjoyed this particular interview on Hello Day. Catch it on our YouTube channel. That is Y254 TV. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you tomorrow from 9 a.m.